U li bħalissa huwa 8:42 minuta wasalna lejn l-aħħar parti ta' dan il-Breakfast News. U f'din l-aħħar parti se nitkellmu dwar inizjattiva mill-aktar interessanti. Il-groups GetUpStandUp qed jorganizza attività fejn familji Maltin u familji li ġejjin minn pajjiżi barra mill-Unjoni Ewropea iżda jgħixu Malta jitalmu aktar dwar kulturi differenti. L-attività fil-fatt jisimha Next Door Family EU a Slightly Different Sunday Lunch.
Ekku, u manna fl-studio għanna l-Freya Griffiths u Christine Redhead li huma żewġ tfajliet Ingliżi li jqogħdu hawnhekk qed iselmu però ma tantx jifhmu bil-Malti, ma qed ikomplu magħna. Issa nkellmuhom l-Ingliż ilhom f'pajjiżna f'dawn l-aħħar sentejn u propjament l-NGO il-grupp GetUpStandUp ġabithom f'pajjiżna anke għax jaħdmu full time. You have an activity, quite an interesting activity coming up. Tell us more about this activity, Freya.
Okay, so the activity is called Next Door Family EU. We're working together with 8 other European member states on this project. It was started in 2004 by Slovo 21, which is a Czech NGO. And it was basically, we're trying to get 20 Maltese families to have a slightly different Sunday lunch, as you said, with 20 non-EU families who are living, working, bringing up their children and making a life for themselves here in Malta.
Okay. Why is it focused only on non-EU members? Do you find a difference in how Maltese persons, the Maltese population, treat non-EU members and EU members from your experience? Also, you are from an EU member state.
Well, obviously, I find it much easier because I'm English, so the cultures are much more similar within Europe itself. But actually, it's a case of funding. So it's the EU funding is divided. So there are projects for European citizens, for the refugees, and also for third country nationals.
Okay. Who is interested in this activity? Christine, what can he do? Can he contact you on any email addresses, please?
Basically, we have, so I can show you our poster, and on our poster we have all of the information. We have them all around Malta. And if you go on the website, www.nextdoorfamily.eu, and on there is the application form. There is also more information about the project. So if you're a bit interested, just have a look on there and you'll see all the information.
So basically those who intend to participate, they will invite people at their home on a Sunday?
The way it will work is that we will know the families, we'll get to know the families very well before, so 40 families in all. And each lunch will have a Maltese family, a non-EU family, and also a trained assistant who will have been through many meetings with us as well. So if you want to get involved and you don't have a family, please feel free to still apply. And it will help us a lot with the organisation. But we're just trying to make a much more friendly, relaxed atmosphere for integration. And you can choose either to be the host of the meal or the guest. So it's whoever wants to do the cooking, really.
Okay. Why? That's interesting. Why did you choose food for this
I think
activity?
food, just like music, unites people around the world, and culture just becomes. It's a lovely way to explore different cultures, and it's a way that's much more accessible for people. It's much less scary than being like sit down and talk about the differences. What we're trying to do with this project is bring people together through food and through a love of family, which is also universal, and really just bring people together through means that is less scary, because I think the immigration and migration debate is always in the headlines, and it can get different connotations. We just want to bring it back to its roots, basically.
What is interesting is that it's an EU program which goes for non-EU members. So I interpret this as like the European Union, which is trying to reach non-EU members who are living in EU countries.
Yes, because there's so many different cultures, Philippine, Chinese, Indian, a few to say. And it's just about, getting them more within the culture. And this project, it's been going for 8 years now in Prague for Slovo 21. It's been very successful. Families have made very long-lasting friendships. They've even gone on holiday together. It's been a really successful project. So we're hoping this is the first in Malta, and we're hoping it to continue year by year and also to create these same bonds.
What was the feedback so far?
It's been good, actually. Just yesterday I was talking to a Maltese family, and we were explaining the project to them, and they, at first, you know, it was a bit like, but why do they have to come into the house? You know, there's a fear of, you know, strangers coming into the house. But what I would say is, as we've said before, it's been extremely successful, and those people who have taken that maybe slightly scary step to invite the other family into their homes have been very happy in the end with the results. And we just really hope that people get behind us and join in this really exciting activity.
Two last questions. What is the feedback you get from the work? You are 2 full-time members working in this organization. From your work, what is the feedback you get from non-EU citizens who are living here in Malta?
They've been very positive. I mean, we've had 2 multicultural events before now where we've had music and food from all around the world, including Maltese music and food. And afterwards, there's this feeling of like really a high, a natural high, that everyone has come together in the country they're living in because they've all made Malta their home. And they just feel so pleased to share their culture with the Maltese and with the other non-EU families living here, and it's really beautiful. Actually, it was really touching. Our 2 events have been lovely.
They've had a huge response as well.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
it.
the last one we did at the San Juan Bocce Club, and you know, the bocce players themselves were teaching everyone how to play and sharing that skill, and that's really what we want on the day as well.
The bocce is quite a traditional game in our
exactly.
Maltese
We've had Benny Antonio, the mandolin players. Everyone seems to know them, and it's been really wonderful, the response that we've got. And as I say yesterday, the woman was so happy. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to prepare rabbit and bagilla, and you know, do you think they'll like that?" It's like, I think so, you know.
Traditional Maltese food.
Exactly.
One last thing, where is the activity being held? The dates and the place, please.
So it's on November the 18th this year. So in all 8 member states at 1 o'clock, it will be happening over Europe, and there'll be 20 lunches across Malta, hopefully. And people can apply as soon as possible. That would be great, so that we can get to know you and really, I don't know, learn all about you, and so that we know who to match the families to. Because what we forget is that these children, there are so many different cultures of children who are being educated in Maltese schools, and it really starts with the children. So that's why each family, we want them to have maybe young children, and so that we can learn together how to be more tolerant and to, you know, learn about each other's cultures.
And usually children find it
exactly
less difficult to integrate.
That's right.
You know, if they don't hear anything from their parents,
yes,
they
exactly.
find absolutely no problem at all.
We've been into many of the schools, and we've had a great response
Really
from the schools as well.
That's good. Thank you very much for
Thank you
joining
very
us.
much.
And good luck for your
Good
initiative.
luck. We wish
Thank
you all
you.
the
Thank
best.
you very much.
Jonathan.